Morning everyone. Class, till now we have studied about if condition, we have studied about for, we have studied about while. Now class, we are going to learn some more thing that we can use inside this loop, inside the statements like if. So that is a jump statement. Class, this is used to control the statement for the certain specific conditions. Like I want to, in a specific task, I want to exit my loop when specific conditions satisfy. For that I will use break. Suppose for specific condition I want to continue, I don't want to break, I don't want to display that particular, I want to display the next, means that particular condition, after that particular condition it should continue. So for that I will use a continue control statement. So class, let's start with the break statement. As I have already told you, it is used to terminate the current loop. For the specific condition I want to terminate, I am giving you certain example, go through it and understand. First of all, the syntax. Suppose for loop is going on for a specific condition, and we will apply a if condition, and for that particular condition we want to break it, then we can use same with the while also, same syntax. Under the while statement also we have to use a if condition, and under the if condition, for that particular condition, that is this condition I want to break, this condition I want to break. So break means it will directly terminate and we will come to the outside of the loop. Inside loop is this much only, we want to come out of this code, so that is the outside code. So this we have to understand. Now let's take one example. Class, you can see this example. In this example, use of a break statement inside the loop. For particular value in string, value I, when I comes it should break the statement. So class, string value in string is string, when I comes it should break. So you can see the output. In this output str is coming and after that over is coming. Why it is so? Because first of all s will come and this condition will be false, so value will get displayed, that is s. Then t will come, then it will come to this condition, again this condition is false. Then r will come, again this condition is false, so break will not run, directly the value will get displayed. But as I will come, then this statement is true, that is break, and break means outside the loop, that is over. So that's why this is coming as over. Now let's see one more example. In this, again the demonstration of the break statement is there. It says display the value till it should come 5. So first of all they have given the range as 10. If we see the general for loop, it will run from 0 to 9. But when we will go with this, first of all it is written num is equals to num plus 1, so value of num is 1, so it is not equals to 5, so this break statement will not execute, it will display this, that is. And here they have written string value of num, that's not important, you can directly write num also, that's not a point. They have written str num, no need to write that, you can write num also directly. Now after that, when the for loop will execute, now the value will come as num is 1 now. So when 1 will come, 1 plus 1, that is 2. 2 is again not satisfying this condition, so that is this statement will not run, so this statement will run. Similarly 3, 4, 5. When 5 will come, this statement is true, so it will break and it will directly take you to the last statement, that is outside of this for loop. This for loop is running from here to here only, and we want to come out of the loop. So this break statement executes and we will be out of the loop. So class, there are more examples. This is also another example. You can do this also, do it yourself. And this is also another statement, another program for the break statement only. So this is the while loop. Under the while loop, to get the find the sum of the numbers. So you execute this program. Now you're next. This program is little important. Let me explain you. Class, in this program, find the sum of all the positive number entered by the user. As soon as the user enter the negative number, stop taking in any more number from her or him and display the sum. So first of all, we have taken entry, that is the number. They have taken variable name as entry, sum as 0. As I have already told you before, if we want to find the sum, we take a initial value as 0. We want to find the product, then we take the initial value as 1. Now class, while true means 1, so it will run for the first time. Now value entered by the user, suppose they have entered, suppose 2 is not smaller than 0, so this will not run. And sum is equals to sum plus entry, that is value of sum is now 2. Now it will go to again while loop, again the value will be entered, suppose it is 3, so 2 plus 3, now the value of sum is 5. It is again the false statement for it. Now value of sum is 5. Now again it will go to this, again user will enter the value, suppose user have entered 5, then 5 plus 5 is 10, 5 plus 5 is 10, so 5 is again smaller than 0, so this statement will again not execute and sum will be 10. Now again it will go there, suppose next time you enter minus 5, so minus 5 is smaller than 0, so it will break the statement and this statement will get executed, and thus our answer was 10. So class, as accordingly they have entered the value. First they have entered 4, it will run, sum will be there, 5 sum will be there, 6 sum will be there, 7 sum will be there. But as the user enter minus 10, you will be out of the loop and the sum will be of these 4, that is equals to 22. So class, you have to do this practically, then only you will understand. Now class, your next thing is the continue. Continue in this, if particular condition satisfy, then program will continues its performance except that condition. Now class, see this is the syntax, you note down. Now see this class, in this first s will come, it is not equals to I, so s will get display. Next t will come, t is also not equals to I, so t will get display. R is also not equals to I, so R will also get display. But after this I is equals to this, so I will not come, it will continue the program. Next is N and next is G. So and after that program, this for loop will complete and overall at last over will come. So this should be the output, means this condition, for this condition it is not running, but rest of the condition it is working. That is the use of continue. You can see that str I is not coming, and G and over. Now class, this is the pass, we don't use it actually, but just to see in a sequence particular things are there, that is pass as a value. This is the list we are going to study in next chapter. Now for val in sequence, val in sequence p is there, a is there, s is there, s is there, so it will pass. It will not display any value. As in break that particular condition, break the loop, continue that particular condition, accept that condition, all other condition will work. Here no condition will work, it will pass for all value of the sequence, and finally there is no display, no output. So we never use it actually. So that's all class. Now you go with it and your chapter of conditional construct is finished, but still many program to do, there are many things to do. That's all class.